Okay, I'm back. Let's see here. I had the tube out, laying on the table here, and I had it plugged in, and I was reading 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I had to measure that with my digital voltmeter with a probe. I was reading 125. With my laser gun, it was only showing 85. Well, I could touch the pipe and it was hot, so I knew it was way beyond 85. So for some reason, maybe the aluminum tube reflects wrong or something. There's too much reflection or something like that. Okay, so I did that. That was good. So then it was time to put the epoxy on the tube. So where I put the Band-Aid, I put a Band-Aid on the hole, the filling hole, and then I put a Band-Aid on the part where I took the screwdriver and I bent the tube apart to get the end out. And all you need is a little bit of this, a couple drops, put it in the cup here, give it a little mix, and then you can take and just put a couple drops in there and keep on mixing. You want to get a consistency of about like a paint, like you're going to paint. And then you got this called acid brush. Harbor Freight sells them in a package, a couple of bucks for 10 or whatever it is. And I cut the ends off, made it shorter, had a little more control. And just get in here and just paint up those two Band-Aids. So here's the tube now in the radio. It's already installed. The radio's ready to be flipped back over and antenna put on and fired up. But over here I got it painted up. That was the fill in. And then on the back side where I had to tear it apart a little bit to get this AC line plug out. I've sealed that off too. And I got my AC running up, and I cut the cord and I made it shorter and I put it together. You see here I got the AC power wrapped together. If you do any kind of audio amplifier work, you always anything with AC lines on it, AC power coming in 120 volts, even the 6.3 and the 12 volts if it's running AC, which usually it is, you always want to wrap both sides of the wire and go to the tube socket. And this Hallicrafter's got one side ground to the chassis and then just one wire going for the hot side of the 6.3 or 12 volts. I don't like that. The good stuff, the good way to do it is to wrap your wire from tube to tube, put everything in parallel throughout the radio or amplifier. Cuts down on the AC hum that you hear in the headsets. But anyway, the thing is in, it's mounted with the two clips, and she's ready to go. Now, I measured this. The outside diameter of this tube is 3/4 of an inch, maybe a smidgen, maybe a 1/16 bigger. But anyway, 3/4 inch. If you don't have one of these in your radio, and your radio does some drifting, so your old boat anchors, you can make a tube. This tube is 12 inches long. 12 inches long by 3/4. Now, for the end plugs here, I would think you could probably go down to the hardware store and buy some of that PCV pipe end caps. And I don't know what the inside diameter. I don't know. The cap can go on the inside, or the cap fit on the inside of the pipe, the tube, or it could fit on the outside, and you can just epoxy it on there and have your plugs after you fill it. So you can make a home brew one of these things. And I saw on the internet that these things run from anywhere from $30 to $50 plus shipping. So this one, I don't know how long it'll run, but hopefully it'll run forever. But when it doesn't, then I'll have to go to the 4 resistors probably and spread them out in here, 4 of them. But everything's together, and yeah, 125 degrees Fahrenheit, and that was laying across 2 screwdrivers here. I had it elevated, so you know, I didn't want the table dissipating any kind of heat or reflecting the heat and get me a false reading, so that's what I did. A lot of work on this radio. I got, and I might, I'll probably make another video on rebuilding the radio, but I got added circuitry here, added circuitry over here, and all the orange dips in here, and oh man, and then another mod that shuts one of the, if you're on upper sideband, it will shut the lower sideband, and the second mixer, turn it off, make sure it's turned off, and you got to bias it off with other voltages, and a simple mod on that and how to put it in and all. But a lot of things to talk about. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe it answered a question for how to fix this thing. If anybody got any better ideas, be sure to post it and put it on here on YouTube. We need to keep these old radios running as long as possible. Okay, thanks for looking, and we'll catch you down the log. Sunny threes.